Okay, great. So, welcome everyone. Good evening to all our participants for today's session on digital transformation. So, just for everyone who's joining for the first time, this is the NMIMS knowledge series, which we plan to host for all our participants, students, and everyone who's connected with online education, and anyone who wants to. So this platform really provides you with great insights on new industry information across domains in terms of implementations, new innovations, and enriches your knowledge across different industries and domains, as I mentioned. So you have uh, domain experts, you have industry experts and practitioners coming during these sessions, helping you understand the entire moment on a particular topic and also to address your queries if any. So today's topic, as we said, is unleashing digital transformation. We have with us Namrita Mahindro, who happens to be the senior manager for Mahindra Group and manages the entire digital transformation and has a rich experience of 18 years across industries you can name, be it healthcare, online travel, retail, or anything that that you could think of when it comes to consumer behavior or delivery in terms of digital transformation. So I think this is going to be a pretty insightful session for everyone. Uh, because we all know how the consumer shift today happens from a digital front. In fact, even if we look at 4 years back and where we are today, everything is digital, and we have accepted it, and in fact, industries have accepted it because the consumer behavior has totally changed. So this is what we learned today in our session, and in a while we will have a number of take over the session. Uh, a request is that please make a note of all your questions that you have in mind because everything would be taken towards the end. Where we will troubleshoot all your queries and questions. Okay. And during the session, if you think your audio is messing out, kindly log out and log in again, or you use the voiceover option through your mobile if you've logged in. And good luck, happy learning during the session. So just allow me a few seconds while I get numbers online with you guys. Okay. Have a great session.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me over for this session. I wanted to start with a quote given by Charles. He says that in this age and day, it is not the strongest that will survive, nor the most intelligent, but those that are most adaptable to change. Given this context, as we start a digital transformation series, I want each of us to think and reflect for a moment. What was the one new thing that each of you has done over the last 1 week, or the last 1 month, or the last 1 year, which you haven't ever done before in your life? And to share my first, it's basically surprise, surprise, my first webinar ever. I've been speaking for the last decade plus now on at different conferences, at different events, at academia institutes. However, from a webinar point of view, this is the first one. So bear with me. So let's move on. Let's start with just understanding what the next one now will cover. We'll look at understanding what is the digital transformation. Why is it important for us? What will be the impact of this within a business context across functions and different sectors? Who should actually own the digital transformation mandate? And how do we create the right cultural context for a successful transformation? And finally, a few nuggets of sharing how digital transformation succeeds based on my experience so far. Moving on, let's start with looking at some of the changing customer expectations. Over the last 2 decades, there has been a plethora of technologies which have invaded our life spaces. Whether it's the mobile and internet penetration, which has gone up significantly and is expected to touch 25 billion by 2020. devices and the sensor space, or looking at various interfaces to connect with and contact people, or the fact that a lot of the population that we have today is going to further migrate from tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities into metros, and those who are in remote locations into more urban life. Now, given that all of this context, all of this technology has invaded our lives, it expect that all products, services, and experiences would be available to us at any given point in time, 24/7, on demand. However, it equally poses a challenge for businesses. When I wear my business hat on, it is just a continuous struggle for businesses to keep pace with this changing technological disruption which is happening. What we're increasingly seeing is that there is a gap in the customer experience basis their expectation of brands and what the organization can actually deliver on those. So whether it is a simple thing like finding a seamless connection from one device or one channel to another, to the response times and the agility of a business to get back to customers on queries, feedback, and complaints, or whether it is about ensuring that there is a seamlessness and a connectedness across various interactions. And when you know, when you interact with me as a business, you know me because I've interacted with two other channels that you had, which may have been offline or which may have been other channels in the digital domain. You still know me and you can still connect the dots. These are all challenges that current businesses continue to face, and there are very few who are actually ace them. The customer expectations are opening up new battlegrounds for businesses to contend with. And if they have to survive, they really need to change their focus from moving from products and services experiences. They need to look at understanding what and how much of personalization is right for each different consumer segment or each individual consumer. And given the trend that we're increasingly seeing with millennials especially looking to access things as opposed to own them, what does it do to our revenue and our business models? And how do we need to keep changing them to keep pace with the customers of today and tomorrow? The other interesting, sorry, the other interesting aspects to review is really technology itself and how it is changing. If we look at the left side, you will see the emerging technology landscape. This is the Gartner Hypergrowth. There are about 35 to 40 different technologies which are listed out here at various levels of evolution. However, the ones which is really transforming our lives are anywhere between 8 to 10, whether it is blockchain, whether it is artificial intelligence, IoT, AI, AR, VR, MR. These are just to name a few. The other interesting aspect is that technology is growing at an exponential rate. When the history of technology is analyzed, what one has typically found is that it is not growing in a linear manner. What this means is that in the 21st century, technology is not going to progress at the pace of 100 years in this century, but at the current rate of change that we are seeing, it will be more like 20,000 years of progress. To complement that, we are also finding that technology is increasingly becoming more cheap and accessible. So if we look at the last image on this slide, you will see that the cost of sensors has gone down to half. The cost of bandwidth has gone down by 40 times. And 90% of the data which has got been generated in the last 2 years alone. So these are some of the opportunities for businesses to leverage to be able to deliver on an experience which would be appropriate for their customers. Businesses, new age businesses are coming to the fore. If we look at Airbnb, that has disrupted the hotel industry in the last decade. It was founded in 2008, and in this decade alone, they have amassed over 1,000,000 rooms, just about 50 years faster than Marriott Hotels, which is the largest chain in the world. They have a presence in 192 countries. When Airbnb was founded, the intent was that we would create a platform using the platform technology, whereby people who were looking for accommodation could be matched with those people who had their accommodation to rent. With this particular business model, based on the platform technology, they have managed to come a long way in terms of ensuring that their operational costs are minimal because they don't own any assets. The risks are minimal on account of the fact that all of the maintenance is left with the owners of the apartments as well as with the consumers. And from a consumer standpoint, the value proposition is very attractive because it is a lot cheaper than the regular options in many cases, at least when they started off, as well as it was far more personalized. And that's really the important part when they started looking at options that would particularly suit an individual customer's need, as opposed to having a generic model of hotel. Now, given this context, what we find is that there are a few questions that one should look at answering. And one is examining their own business model. direction versus what is the organization's future. I'll give you an example from the Mahindra group over here. Club Mahindra, which is a hospitality vacation rental company, realized about 3 years back that they were no longer in the business of travel and hospitality alone. In fact, they were now in the business of experiences. They were competing for that same share of wallet and mind with people who were looking to buy a Gucci bag or people who were looking to go in for differentiated experiences that were available for similar price tags. With this context in mind, they decided to make strategic investments in an experience-based company called Gift XOXO, and that allowed them to start curating special experiences for the Club Mahindra members. Since then, this strategic investment approach has been further diversified and deepened, and the company is looking at a two-pronged strategy where there is an existing business, which is the cash cow, continues, as well as the new business investments that they're making in the experiences economy are beginning to show them some positive ROI. The next question is really around what capabilities and assets will differentiate your company, and will these remain constant in the future, or will these also change? And again, there are examples of when our HR teams are looking at hiring, they are looking at not just the skills that are required today, but they're also looking at what are some of the skill sets which are going to go mainstream tomorrow, and therefore balancing that act with a more long-term perspective as opposed to just the here and now requirement. Will I need new skills and expertise to become in the future? If I look at it from my own personal standpoint, or from each of your standpoint, we have to continuously reinvent ourselves. It's literally that over we become extinct. There was an interesting Harvard Business Review article I read almost a year back. It said on an average, a person should have at least 6 different careers during their lifetime. So given that I've spent over a decade in digital transformation, just wondering what next. But I think it's interesting because I was into digital marketing and operations, and that morphed into a transformational strategic role. So I'm hoping from here it would move forward. And so for each of you, I think you need to think of how will you look at morphing your existing roles to become more meaningful and to be able to contribute better to your individual organization. And finally, the question around is it better to be a first mover or a fast follower? And again, this is very individualistic depending on the context of a given business, but it needs to be examined. There is not always merit in being the first mover, and there are examples that are about in that space first. The interesting thing is that Airbnb has not been alone in this journey. If you look at the market cap of the 5 largest companies in the last 2 decades, the interesting phenomena is that in the first 1.5 decades, there was only one single technology company which existed in the top 5. It was Microsoft in 2001. They continued through 2006. It became Apple then in 2011. But interestingly, 2016, all the top 5 publicly traded companies, which were the largest by market cap, were in fact technology companies. And the reality is each one of our organizations is going to have to transform itself to become a technology company. Mark Andreessen, who is a famous Silicon Valley investor, mentioned that every product and service that can become a software will become a software, and all companies will become software companies. And I'm seeing that in my day-to-day experience with the different organizations that I work with. And the winning companies are those that are going to be companies that make the best software, which is becoming a wisdom as we see the markets changing and evolving. So we come to the million-dollar question. What does this mean for legacy organizations? It means that they need to transform themselves. Now, when I go back to when I started with the digital transformation space about a decade back, what was interesting was that it was a little bit like the six blind men and the elephant parable that most of us would have heard. These six blind men had never experienced an elephant ever before. And so, and each of them touched different parts of the elephant body. They thought it to be one thing or the other that they had had previous experience with. When I started my digital transformation journey, and let me tell you, it wasn't called a digital transformation then. It was a domain which was predominantly dominated by IT teams. It was a domain where technologies like virtual collaboration, technology of search, those were the ones which were mainstream. And they've been replaced with artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and IoT today. They were less than 35% of the CEOs who had bought into digital. However, that number has become 100% today. The degrees of course vary. What is also interesting is the fact that the number of functions that digital transformation touches today really is at a strategic level cutting across all aspects of the organization as opposed to just being limited to IT. So whether it's sales, marketing, HR, supply chain, you name it, and each one of these functions is getting transformed, and company strategies are getting rewritten on account of how digital is disrupting them. To give a formal definition, that particularly find one given by Brian Scarlett to be very close to what my own understanding of the space is, which really is a realignment or a new investment in technology, business models and processes to drive new value for customers and employees and more effectively compete in an ever-changing digital economy. So one of the things that I would like to bring to your attention at this point in time is really not confusing digitalization with digital transformation. A lot of companies which started this journey started with automating and making the current processes, which were manual, into electronic processes or into digital processes. What digitalization does for your business is really provide an optimized way of running your operation. On the other hand, what digital transformation is offering is really an opportunity to propose a completely new customer value proposition. And that's the key difference between digitalization and digital transformation. So, what does digital transformation entail? This is not one of those things which can start bottom up. It has to be top down. It has to have the leadership buy-in because this is a long, tedious journey. Of all the journeys that I have started in digital transformation, the average tenure of each of them is anywhere between 3 to 5 years and sometimes longer. So this, without a buy-in from the senior leadership, is not going to happen. It's not going to sustain. The reason arises out of the senior leadership, the CEO, and the board being able to understand what is the value of the current assets that they have and how do they want to utilize those to work a vision for the future which will enable them to remain competitive. There are a number of digital building blocks around the three pillars of customer experience, operational processes, and business models. And I'm not going to go into any form of detail over here because I do know that there are follow-up webinars on each of these topics, and so they will get covered in great detail. The second pillar is around digital governance, and that is extremely important because when you set up a transformation agenda like this, it needs to be governed. And again, going back to my experience, these are governance systems which are being put in place, which start with dedicated cross-functional teams being put into place, and they're reporting into the CEO and oftentimes the board. In fact, in all my experiences, it's always been reporting back to the board also on how this journey is evolving. So the governance to make sure that the right decisions are being taken and the right path is being followed is absolutely important. A transformation cannot happen without the right skills. And typically, what we will find with most legacy organizations is that incumbent teams have limited skills to keep them ready for the digital today that is being presented to them. Therefore, a hybrid approach of reskilling existing talent and getting in new talent to act as a catalyst becomes imperative to have any form of transformation be successful. And mind you, as I said, this is a 3 to 5 year process, which means that this entire journey needs to be done in an iterative manner. We typically use a 6 to 9 month window to go back and ensure that the path that we have started on is the right path. The macro and micro environment that is around us is not throwing up new challenges or new opportunities that would require a course correction. The implementation that we've done so far is actually delivering on the ROI or the business impact that we had anticipated as a result of doing these initiatives. And this iteration, as I said, continues time and time again over this period of 3 to 5 years before the entire vision can be completely realized. Now, what is interesting if you look at the first image on the left side is that there are different degrees of maturity and evaluation that every organization goes through. If you look at the x-axis, there is the assessment of the leadership capability of an organization. And the y-axis is around the digital evolution of that particular organization. As you can see from this particular chart, 2 by 2, it's the digital masters who are sitting in the prime position in the sweet spot, and they are moving in the right direction to be able to actually transform the enterprises truly into digital enterprises. And the second image that you see next to this 2 by 2 chart really tells you the story of what happens when you become a digital master. The impact that it has on the health of your business is very evident from the study which was done at MIT sometime back though, where all parameters or metrics for business health, whether it's revenue generation, efficiency, profitability, or market valuation, are the highest for those businesses who are sitting in the digital master quadrant. And in some